Recent updates. Miami-Dade County, Florida. A court determined on Tuesday that David Contreras, 52, who was charged with shooting and killing his son inside their Kendall home in November, can spend the rest of his time before trial out of jail and under house arrest. Miami-Dade Circuit Court Judge David Young issued the decision despite protests from state prosecutors and testimony from a psychologist and a group of Contrera's close friends and colleagues. I know the state wants me to keep him in, but I can't get over the fact that this was an isolated incident and it doesn't pose a threat to the community as a whole, so I'm going to release him, Young said near the end of the hearing, according to local news outlets. We have a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of situation, the judge added. To his friends in public, he was one way and home with his son with all these issues. He was another. Young ordered David Contreras to stay at home under total lockdown. He must wear a GPS ankle monitor and can only leave the house to see a doctor or his attorney. He's required to continue therapy he began in jail and is not permitted to see any remaining family members without a doctor's note. The judge also appointed another psychologist to re-evaluate David Contreras and his family members to assess whether there is any risk in allowing them to be together. David Contreras, a general contractor with no criminal record, has a wife and a married older son. Judge Young really took his time and gave this thing a lot of thought, said David Contreras' attorney, Jose Quinon. He's proceeding in a very deliberate manner, and I think that absolutely it's the right call. David Contreras and his son Eric Contreras had just returned from a trip to Disney World in early November when an altercation broke out inside their home. When police arrived, they discovered Eric Contreras, a 21-year-old Florida International University student, shot dead. According to investigators, the senior Contreras and his son were the only people in the residence at the time. According to investigators, Eric Contreras was shot several times. Police said David Contreras called 911 and admitted to the murder, saying he suddenly lost it. He also confessed, according to police, when they arrived. He was also caught on the family's Ring doorbell video, attempting to explain to his wife what he had done to their son. David Contreras was charged with second-degree murder and was held at the Metro West Detention Center until Tuesday. He pleaded not guilty during his November arraignment. Please don't forget to follow us and subscribe to stay informed.